up in news with Anwar Sadat looking chic, Daniel Ellsberg springing a leak, Jackie Onassis with a Greek, and Jack Anderson taking a peek.
First, these headlines.
Police make big bust in silicone injection ring.
Wilt Chamberlain arrested today in Paris for dancing with the Eiffel Tower.
An Air Burbank jumbo jet was forced to land when it ran out of firewood.
More on these stories later, but first, here's Dick with the news of the present.
Hollywood, California. Filmland was overjoyed today when it was learned that former child star Annette Funicello, you remember her? Annette Funicello became a mother at Disneyland Maternity Hospital.
Oh, Mouseketeer.
Yes, when she gave birth to a 9-pound mouse. Annette said, "He's beautiful. He's got my eyes and his father's tail." A Japanese freighter carrying a cargo of yo-yos and bound for the United States was rammed somewhere off Hawaii late today and sank 137 times.
Very well, news of the future 20 years from now. The 5-year marriage of Harry the Robot and his robot wife, Shirley, considered to be an electronic miracle, came to an end today when, for no apparent reason, Harry suddenly went from AC to DC. Moving right along with news of the future 20 years from now, Ralph Nader's recent charges alleging widespread inferior surgical techniques finally produced results when Dr. Clarence Peterson of Emergency Hospital was forced to recall over 500,000 faulty gallbladders.
Now to a remote jungle village somewhere in the Philippines.
I
imagine that the coronation of the new king is quite an event. Tell me, when was the last time you celebrated such an event?
About 5 minutes ago. This is the 411th new king today.
Well, tell me, why do you have so many kings?
The ceremony is about to begin. I hereby crown you the new king. The king is dead. Long live the new king. I'm terribly sorry. I am the king.
Now to our Down East sportscaster, Judd Strunk, with the game of the week. From Farmington, Maine, the sports capital of America.
Hi there. Judd Strunk here from Farmington, Maine, sports capital of the world. We got a terrific thing for you this week. The Farmington Derby. The run for the petunias. The roses caught the frost. This year, what we've got to be done now is them horses got to be backed by them little fellas all the way around the track by that white rail and into them stalls before the bell rings. It's tricky, but let's see if they can do it. They're off! And look at Cyrus Quigley on Adelaide Hanover coming up on the outside. That's Victory Chime on the inside and Blueberry Hill coming up over. It looks like Adelaide Fetterspiel has got Victory Chime by a nose coming in pretty good. They're getting to the 3/4 post, almost in now. There is the gates, and they're in. There goes the bell. Well, I don't know who won, but I'll tell you one thing. They didn't win by a nose.
Here's the minority point of view with Willie, Tyler, and Lester.
And now it's time for the Black News and Comment. I'm your anchor man, Willie Tyler. And I'm your colored man, Lester. Colored man. Would you read the cue cards? You read the cue cards, man, because I can't see. You think I'm real, don't you? You let it shade up, I'm going to get you another dummy. Go ahead. A large blackout hit the city of Los Angeles yesterday. Power company officials say it was caused by an overload due to heavy use of air conditioning and swimming pool filters. Air conditioning and swimming pool filters? That explains it. Explains what? Well, the only place in town that still had lights was Watts. One final item. 2 white congressmen from New York went to Harlem for a week to find out what it was like to live as black men in the ghetto. Yeah, and after 3 days, one had to leave when he discovered he was allergic to barbecue ribs and chicken wings. The other one was eating up that bunch of group... Get it together! I mean, it's okay to mess yours up, man. Don't mess mine up. Go ahead.
Recently, at a meeting of the Hollywood press, John Wayne made a statement. Here is a film of that statement.
My name is John Wayne. You can kiss my leading lady or steal my Levi's, but don't lie to me. I think a man ought to be a man. Not like these guys you see walking down Hollywood Boulevard going la-dee-da, la-dee-da. Me, I like sitting on the prairie by a campfire. No doubt about it, I enjoy acting, whether it's with Maureen O'Hara or Ernest Borgnine.
Now, that's a simple, straightforward statement, but here's what might happen in the hands of an unscrupulous editor.
Mr. Wayne, you've had a long career. What would you tell people who say you're just a cowboy actor?
You can kiss my Levi's.
Mr. Wayne, when you're not playing one of your strong, silent heroes, what are you usually doing?
Walking down Hollywood Boulevard going la-dee-da.
Well, how did you acquire your cowboy walk?
Sitting on a campfire.
One final question, sir. Who was the most beautiful and sexy co-star you ever worked with?
No doubt about it. Ernest Borgnine.
And now a new wrinkle in newscasting, the Senior Citizens Report.
There's old news tonight.
Marilyn Beck today sued Ernest, her husband of 82 years, for divorce. When asked why they were splitting up, she said, "I knew my husband was fooling around when he came home one night with denture cream on his collar."
And here's the internationally famous Hollywood columnist, Army Archard, with a hot item from Tinseltown.
Barbara Streisand, taking a cue from Phyllis Diller, has decided to undergo plastic surgery and have her nose done. The operation is scheduled for November 3rd through November 17th.
And now on the spot report from the Sino-Russian border.
You know who visited us this year? Nixon.
Oh, big deal. He visited us, too.
So do you know what he gave our Chairman Brezhnev? A Cadillac for a gift.
That nothing. You know what he gave Mao?
Yes. 2 sick musk ox.
And Taiwan.
The moment I come here, I can't stand another of those Russian winters.